Once upon a time, in the vast wilderness, the Israelites embarked on a long and arduous journey towards the promised land. They were a weary people, their spirits worn thin and their stomachs empty. The landscape around them was barren, with rocky terrain stretching as far as the eye could see. As the days turned into weeks, the people's hunger gnawed at them, and they grew frustrated and desperate. Grumbling and complaining against Moses and God, their faces etched with frustration, they longed for relief. Moses, sensing their despair, sought guidance from God. He climbed to the top of a mountain and fervently prayed, his hands raised towards the heavens, his heart filled with faith. And in response to Moses' plea, God sent down a miraculous substance called manna from the sky. Imagine a gentle rain of small, white flakes descending upon the camp, covering the ground like a blanket of nourishment. The weary Israelites gathered around the manna, their eyes widening with astonishment and gratitude. With their hands reaching down to collect the heavenly provision, their expressions were filled with relief and hope. As they tasted the manna, their hunger was satisfied, their bodies nourished, and their spirits uplifted. A wave of renewed energy flowed through the crowd, their strength returning. Their faces were filled with gratitude and joy. The manna became a symbol of God's provision and faithfulness. Each day, the Israelites carefully gathered enough manna for themselves and their families, following God's instructions. They cherished it as a reminder of God's love amidst their trials. Families sat together, sharing meals made from the manna, their hearts filled with thanksgiving for God's sustenance. And day after day, the manna sustained them throughout their journey in the wilderness. It never ran out or spoiled, a testament to God's unwavering care. Generations of Israelites passed down stories of the miraculous provision of manna. Parents shared the tales with their children, who listened in awe, marveling at the wonders of their ancestors' journey. Eventually, as the Israelites entered the promised land, the manna ceased to fall. On the last day of manna, the Israelites bid farewell to this heavenly gift, their hearts filled with gratitude for God's provision. The story of the manna from the Bible serves as a timeless reminder that God is our provider and sustainer. People continue to read or hear this story, their faces filled with hope and reassurance. They understand that God's love and provision are always available to us, even in the most desolate of times.